Gen Z, born between the mid-90s and the early 2000s, is a generation unlike any other. They are unique in their experiences, perspectives, and the world they have grown up in. They are the first true digital natives, having never known a world without the internet. Growing up with smartphones and social media at their fingertips, they have a level of connectivity and access to information that previous generations could only dream of. This constant connectivity has shaped their worldviews, values, and behaviors in profound ways. They are more aware of global issues and more connected to people from different cultures and backgrounds. From their attitudes towards work and relationships, which are often more flexible and less traditional, to their understanding of identity and self-expression, which is more fluid and inclusive than ever before, Gen Z is forging a new path. They are not afraid to stand up for what they believe in and are often at the forefront of social and political movements. They often challenge traditional norms and expectations, pushing for a more inclusive and equitable world. This generation is characterized by its energy, its entrepreneurial spirit, and its willingness to challenge the status quo. They are not content to follow the paths laid out for them by previous generations. They are passionate about social justice, climate change, and making a difference in the world. They are often the ones leading the charge on these issues, using their voices and their platforms to advocate for change. They are not just passive observers, but active participants in shaping the future. Their passion and commitment to these causes are inspiring and have the potential to create real, lasting change. However, Gen Z also faces unique challenges. They are coming of age in a time of economic uncertainty, with many struggling to find stable employment and affordable housing. They also face significant mental health concerns, with high levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. The pressures of social media, academic expectations, and an uncertain future can take a toll on their well-being. Additionally, they are navigating a rapidly changing social landscape with shifting norms and expectations around gender, sexuality, and relationships. Understanding Gen Z is crucial, not only to bridge the generational divide, but also to harness their potential and empower them to become the leaders of tomorrow. By fostering intergenerational dialogue and collaboration, we can learn from each other and work together to create a better future. Gen Z has the creativity, the drive, and the vision to make a significant impact. They are already showing us what is possible when we think outside the box and challenge the status quo. By supporting and empowering them, we can help them realize their full potential and become the leaders of tomorrow. Together, we can build a future that is more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable for all. Gen Z has grown up in a world of instant gratification. They can access information, entertainment, and connect with others with a few taps on their smartphones. This constant access to stimulation has shaped their expectations and behaviors. Waiting is often not in their vocabulary. This desire for instant gratification extends beyond the digital realm. Gen Z expects quick results in their personal and professional lives. They may be less patient with traditional timelines for success. This can be both a strength and a weakness. On the one hand, it fuels their drive and ambition. On the other hand, it can lead to frustration and a lack of perseverance when faced with setbacks. Learning to navigate the balance between instant gratification and delayed reward is crucial for this generation's long-term success and fulfillment. Gen Z is coming of age in a time where sexuality is more openly discussed and explored than ever before. Unlike previous generations, they have unprecedented access to information and conversations about sex, relationships, and intimacy. This shift is largely driven by the digital age, where the internet and social media platforms play a significant role in shaping their perceptions and experiences. Access to the internet and social media exposes them to a constant stream of sexual content. From explicit images and videos to discussions about sexual orientation and gender identity, the digital world offers a vast array of information. This exposure can be both enlightening and overwhelming, as it provides opportunities for learning, but also presents challenges in discerning accurate and healthy information. This digital exposure shapes their understanding of relationships, intimacy, and their own bodies. They are constantly bombarded with images and messages that influence their perceptions of what is normal or desirable. This can lead to a more open and accepting attitude towards diverse sexual identities and practices, but it can also create confusion and unrealistic expectations. This unfiltered access can have both positive and negative consequences. On one hand, it can foster a more informed and open-minded generation that is comfortable discussing sex and challenging outdated taboos. On the other hand, it can expose them to harmful content and unrealistic standards that can impact their mental and emotional well-being. On the positive side, it can encourage open communication about sex and challenge taboos. Young people today are more likely to talk about their experiences and seek advice from peers and trusted adults. This openness can lead to healthier relationships and a better understanding of consent and boundaries. It can also provide valuable information about sexual health and consent. Educational resources available online can help young people learn about safe sex practices, the importance of consent, and how to navigate relationships in a respectful and healthy manner. This knowledge is crucial in helping them make informed decisions and protect themselves from harm. However, the constant bombardment of sexualized imagery can also create unrealistic expectations and contribute to body image issues. Social media often portrays idealized versions of beauty and sexuality, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. Young people may feel pressured to conform to these standards, which can negatively impact their mental health and self-worth. Navigating this complex landscape requires open communication, critical thinking skills, and a healthy understanding of boundaries. It is essential for young people to develop the ability to critically evaluate the content they encounter online and to understand the difference between reality and the often exaggerated portrayals they see on social media. Parents, educators, and society as a whole have a responsibility to provide Gen Z with the tools and guidance they need to navigate this new terrain safely and responsibly. This includes fostering open dialogues about sex and relationships, promoting media literacy, and providing access to accurate and comprehensive sexual education. By doing so, we can help them build a healthy and informed understanding of sexuality in the digital age. Section 4. The Global Influence. Embracing Western Ideals. Globalization and the internet have created a more interconnected world. Gen Z is exposed to a constant stream of information and cultural influences from around the globe. This exposure has led to a blending of cultures, particularly the adoption of Western ideals and values. From fashion and music to social values and political views, Western culture holds a powerful allure for many young people worldwide. This adoption of Western ideals is often seen as a sign of progress and modernity. However, it can also lead to a rejection of traditional values and cultural norms, creating tension and conflict within families and communities. Understanding the complexities of globalization and its impact on cultural identity is essential for bridging the generational divide and fostering cross-cultural understanding. Section 5. The Breakdown of Traditional Family Structures. Gen Z is growing up in a world where the traditional nuclear family is no longer the norm. The concept of a family consisting of a mother, father, and their biological children living under one roof is becoming less common. Instead, we see a variety of family structures that reflect the changing dynamics of our society. Divorce rates remain high, and single-parent households are increasingly common. This shift has led to a growing number of children being raised by one parent, which can present unique challenges and opportunities. Single parents often have to juggle multiple roles and responsibilities, but they also have the chance to form incredibly strong bonds with their children. Same-sex marriage is gaining wider acceptance, and more people are choosing to delay or forgo marriage and parenthood altogether. This trend reflects a broader societal shift towards valuing personal freedom and individual choice. Many young adults are prioritizing their careers, personal growth, and experiences over traditional milestones like marriage and having children. This shift away from traditional family structures is reshaping Gen Z's understanding of family and relationships. They are growing up with a more fluid and inclusive definition of what a family can be. This can lead to a greater acceptance of different lifestyles and a more open-minded approach to relationships. They are more likely to have friends from diverse backgrounds and family structures, fostering a more inclusive and accepting worldview. This diversity in their social circles can help them develop empathy and understanding for people who come from different walks of life. However, these changes can also lead to uncertainty and a sense of instability, particularly for children growing up in non-traditional households. The lack of a consistent family model can sometimes make it difficult for children to find their footing and feel secure. It's crucial for these children to have strong support systems in place to help them navigate these complexities. It's important to recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all model for a healthy and happy family. Families come in all shapes and sizes, and what works for one family might not work for another. The key is to focus on the quality of relationships and the emotional well-being of all family members. What matters most is providing children with love, support, and a sense of belonging, regardless of their family structure. When children feel loved and supported, they are more likely to thrive and develop into well-rounded individuals. It's the emotional connections and the sense of security that truly define a family, not the specific makeup of its members. Communities also play a vital role in supporting diverse family structures. Community programs, support groups, and inclusive policies can help families of all types feel connected and supported. By fostering a sense of community, we can help ensure that all families have the resources and support they need to thrive. Education is another crucial element in this equation. Schools and educational programs that teach children about different family structures can promote understanding and acceptance from a young age. By normalizing diversity in family forms, we can help the next generation grow up with a more inclusive mindset. Ultimately, the breakdown of traditional family structures is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity to embrace the diversity of human experiences. By focusing on love, support, and community, we can create a world where all families, regardless of their structure, can thrive and flourish.